This is some real shit, bro. And this quote hits deep. And you know, it's the truth. A man will sacrifice his happiness for a woman. He will do more. He will sacrifice his happiness. He will go through lots of what he don't have to. He will sacrifice his happiness for a woman to make his woman happy. But a woman would sacrifice her man, if she had to, for her happiness. It is opposite. No woman on earth is going to sacrifice her happiness, her baller life, for no good man. It don't happen, bro. It don't. And if it happens, it's a mother sacrificing for her son. A mother would never sacrifice for her husband. Your girl would never sacrifice her happiness for you. She would sacrifice you for her happiness. You would be the sacrificial lamb that gets thrown in the fucking fire. If it involved her being in a happier position and situation in her life. That's the cold hard facts, bro. This hits deep. It's nothing but the truth, because when you think about things, when you think about man and woman, when you think about how the world runs, when you think about how relationships, when you think about how relationship dynamics are, this is actually what it is. And there might be the rare woman. I don't even know if rare does justice here. It's rare times 10. It's like a word that don't even exist. There might be a woman that might do a little, you know? Maybe. But a man, on the other hand, bro, a man will sacrifice his happiness, his own well-being, his own finances, his own everything for a woman to make her happier so they can be complete. But a woman would sacrifice her own man for her own happiness if that's what it took for her to be happier. I'm not saying a woman would for sure sacrifice her man, but if it involved her being in a happier situation, yes, she would. She most definitely would. So, with this being said, this is exactly why you have to work very hard as a man today. And always. It's always been this way. You have to cut yourself from a different cloth as a man. You have to be built different, bro. You have to be about that life. You have to be a rare man so you do not get replaced. That's what this is going to take. And even then, you still could get replaced. It's just going to be hard to replace you because that's how hard you worked. That's where your value's at. And even if you did get replaced, the fact that you're as good as you are, the fact that you are as good as you've become, it wouldn't be hard to get yourself in a different scenario because your value is super high. No one wants to be valueless, bro. Nobody wants to be valueless. But this saying is nothing but facts. It's really this way, bro. And I'm not saying your woman's going to sacrifice you. I'm not saying that for sure. I'm just saying in these scenarios, this is what happens. A man's always going to sacrifice his own needs. A man's always going to sacrifice things about himself that he don't even want to just to make his woman happy. That's the thing. But on the other side, you flip the script. Do women do that? No, bro. They don't. It pretty much doesn't exist. And I'm not saying women don't do anything good. I'm just saying that if you look at the roles of the genders, men are providers, men are protectors. Men will suffer to provide and to protect their woman. They will go to extreme lengths. They will go through emotional turmoil. They will go through hell just for their woman. They will go through those things, bro. They will take punishment. They will take things that they don't even deserve to take. They will go through all that shit when they don't have to, but they do because they love their woman. Would women do the same? Ask yourself that. When does it happen? Bro, I know dudes who invested their women into colleges and everything else. Did so much, put a roof over their head, everything. Paid for their bills, boom. And what happens? That man gets sacrificed so she can be happier. That's the thing, bro. You could do so much, and I think women often overlook how much men actually do sometimes. I think they overlook it. And it's just nothing but ungrateful. Like, they bro, those are the types of women, no matter what. Nothing is ever going to satisfy them. Nothing's ever going to make them truly happy because they're not truly happy within themselves. They're not. They don't feel good about themselves. They're not happy within themselves. So you could do so much, bro. You could do an awful lot, a big amount. You could go through everything. You could have given it your all. And it's like everything you've done just gets sucked into this black hole, and it was nothing. It meant nothing. And I say this because I know dudes, bro, who was in those situations. That is, that's the risk you have to take as a man. Because you're going to have to invest in your woman if you have a woman. You should not do it. You shouldn't hold back and not invest in her and be sketchy. If you're going to have a woman, bro, treat her good, treat her right, invest in her. Love her, be there for her, do things for her. And if not, don't have a woman. If you have a woman, do those things, bro. Yeah. But that is the risk you're going to take as a man. And there's only so many risks I believe a man can take, because men hit a certain point, bro, where they did so much and they ended up getting sacrificed. They got thrown in the fire after all the years they've spent on their woman, doing so much for their women, and they get sacrificed. It's all for nothing. And women overlook how much has been done. In their minds, not much has been done. That's how much they overlook it. They don't even recognize or realize how much has been done. But there's a good chance they lacked a lot of things before. So they tend to suck resources out of certain men and move on to the next. They suck certain resources out of a man and move on to the next. They suck certain resources out of the next man and move on to the next. And it's going to be a repeating cycle of those things. And it's because deep inside, bro, they're not whole. They are not whole. There's something in them that's gone, and it doesn't exist. They're not fit to be a wife. They're not fit to be that. It's like not being fit enough to run a triathlon. You're just not fit enough to do it. You're not going to finish the race. You're not going to finish in that relationship with your man. You're not going to end up getting married. You might, but you're going to get divorced. you're not going to get to the finish line. Those types of women, bro, not going to happen. So no matter how much you sacrifice as a man sometimes, it won't be enough for the simple fact that the person you're dealing with is not enough within themselves. And that is a situation that's going to sting. But as a man, that's a risk you're going to have to take if you have a woman. That's a risk you're going to have to take. You take it or you don't. You're in or you're out. That's all there is to it. So you better be sure of your woman. And if you're sure of your woman, you're going to want to do more. You're going to want to invest more. You're going to want to be the best you can be. Because men will sacrifice so much for their woman. These are facts, bro. Every guy I know that loves his woman does a load. A load. And I don't ever hear of it. I don't ever see it. I don't ever see it happening the other way around. Because yes, men are protectors, providers. They're supposed to do those things. But it erases the whole point. It erases the whole point when you get women that are like that today. That's what erases the whole point, because it was all for nothing. That situation you were in, it should have been a forever thing. Men should be compensated for those things. They deserve that woman if they're going to treat them like that. So when it doesn't happen, it's all for nothing. But like I said, that's the risk men have to take when dating today. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. But what I do know is men will sacrifice their happiness for their woman. But a woman will sacrifice her man, if she has to, for her happiness. Even if that man was doing a lot. If she don't feel it was enough. If she feels some type of way. Whatever the case might be. A lot of women even leave relationships out of their own insecurities. Like, the man was damn near perfect, bro. There's some woman that divorced her husband that was a pro soccer player because he was the perfect man. It just, sometimes they know they're not good enough. Sometimes they will tell you things like, you deserve better. They're not lying, bro. Some of you guys think that's an excuse just for them to leave, bro. They are not lying. When they say those things, you probably do deserve better. You probably do. There's probably a better ideal situation for yourself. Like, probably. Otherwise, they wouldn't say that, and they'd be there in your presence. They'd be happy. They would be grateful. They would treat you right the way you're supposed to be treated as a man for doing so much. You should be treated right. You should have a happy woman in your life, making your life like with a little sprinkle in her, or the little twinkle in her eyes, just light up your world. Men deserve that stuff, bro, for all that they do. For the men that do lots for their woman is what I mean. Not just any man, but men who do lots, men who love their woman, men who treat their women right. They deserve good treatment. But today, you know, men sacrifice so much, and a lot of men come up short. A lot of women leave men. A lot. There's the odd man that might leave a woman. There's the odd man that might leave a woman that he loses attraction for, and he goes on and he gets something better and whatever else. He sacrificed his own woman for his own happiness so he could be better, so he could be happier, so he could be in a better situation. That happens too. Just, it's rare. It's way more rare. But it's an everyday occurrence that it happens, that a woman sacrifices her man for her happiness because she thinks there's better, or she goes and gets something better. And you know, at the end of the day, bro, like, this is a quote that hits deep, but everyone's entitled to their own decisions and what they want to do. And they're like, as a man, bro, or even as a woman, whatever happens, you just have to accept it. You can't fight it. You can't fight against it. You can't try to stop it. You have to accept it. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm going to move on then too. And I'm going to go and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Life goes on. If that's what it comes down to, bro, that's the only mindset to have. There's no mindset in fighting for her. If that's the decision she wants to make and she's certain on that, if she even thinks about that, bro, let her go. There shouldn't even be a thought of that. If there's even a thought of that, the chemistry's gone. Everything is done. It's already an end. If there's thoughts of that shit, are you kidding me, bro? Yes. It's done. It's a wrap. Something's not right. But anyways, guys, this is a quote I've seen recently, and I decided to jot that down in my notes and to do a video topic on it. And bro, it's just the truth. It's not to demonize women. It's not to make women seem so bad. I'm telling you guys now, don't not demonize the woman. Just take the L, carry on, and be the best man you can be. That's it. Women's gonna do what women's gonna do, bro. Men's gonna do what men's gonna do, bro. We shouldn't fight against it. We shouldn't demonize it. We should just, whatever happens, happens. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a purpose. There's a purpose as to why things are happening. So, if that's what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. End of story. End of the line. This is what being resilient is. This is what being a tough man is. You don't break over that. You can feel bad for a little bit, but you carry on as a man. You carry on. You live life. You do the things you're supposed to do. If that's what she's going to do, or if that's what a man's going to do, what else can you do besides carry on? That's what they want. That's their decision. That's what it's going to be. It's funny how some partners would be offended that you could even have that mindset. And oh my God, you don't even care? You don't even care that I'm going to leave you? The fuck out of here with that. That's the stupidest shit, bro. That's a walking red flag right there. She probably wants you back if you said something like that. Why? Because you put her in scarcity. Oh, what's he gonna do? Get another woman? Replace me? It's gonna turn her on probably. It's because she knows in her brain you could. It's gonna turn her on more. Oh, other women want him? Oh, that turns me on. You guys sitting there fighting for your woman back. Oh, baby, please. Oh, my God. Oh, don't go. Like a fucking walrus or something. Guys, never do that shit. I'm not saying don't be sad either if things end with your woman, because you're going to feel some type of way. It's going to be sad for a bit. But life goes on. What can you do? And if she's gonna leave, why should she even care? She don't care. Why should you? If she don't care, why should you? It's a two-way street. But anyways, guys, just some more food for that. Don't let this stop you from a relationship. Just be awake, bro. Just understand, yeah. You're going to invest in your woman. If you love your woman, you're going to be all in. You're going to invest. You're going to do what you got to do. Just keep an eye on things. Just be aware. Just be aware of things, you know. That's all you got to do. It's about being a man. You're aware, you're awake, you're not some stupid, valueless, clueless man. You're a higher value dude who knows what he is doing. You're not going to get screwed. You're not going to get maneuver overed. You're awake out here, bro. You're not out here to lose. You're not out here to be some stepping stone. You're here to rule. You're here to do what you do. Conquer. But anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. I'll see y'all in the next, and I will also see y'all at the top.